I felt like I couldn't make my normal videos without talking about something that's been weighing really heavy on my heart. Really hard time getting my thoughts into words, which is part of the reason why I didn't really want to bring up this topic in the first place. I feel like if I say too little, it doesn't carry the weight that I want this conversation to carry, but if I say too much, it might dilute what I'm trying to say. First thing I want to say is that I do not agree with anything that this administration is doing. Okay? I think everything that's happening in our country right now is absolutely disgraceful, despicable, disgusting. And I think anyone who agrees with it is also despicable, disgraceful, and disgusting. If you had any question ever on where I stand, I want to make it known this is where I stand. I think the way that this current administration is treating other humans is absolutely just so gross. And if you agree with that, I want you nowhere near me. Let me just say that. I had someone in my personal life ask me, so do you think that we should just open all the borders and let anyone in that wants to come in? That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. But I think that there is a respectful way that you treat a human, and it is not like this. This is kind of a side note, but if anyone here has ever read the book Nightingale, I am reading it. If you've never read it, you should read it. It is an amazing book, and I am reading it, and I'm like, wow, this sounds really familiar. Mind you, this book is set in World War II, okay? I am reading it, and I'm like, this sounds eerily similar to what's happening in our country right now. I was having a conversation with my mom yesterday, and she had said to me, I just want you to know that if I was ever in a country where I felt unsafe, I felt scared, I felt like I couldn't give you and your brother a good life, I would break as many laws as I needed to make sure that you guys were safe, happy, fed. And if you can sit there and say you wouldn't do that for your own children, I think that says a lot. For everyone here who wants to call these people criminals, that is not what they are. And sure, the ones who are criminals, that I completely understand. But most of them are good, hardworking people who are just trying to make a better life for themselves. And I do not think, and I do not think treating them like animals is the way to do it. Okay, every time I talk about this, I get very emotional, which is another reason why I've really not wanted to talk about it. And I know I'm gonna have a couple people on this video say to me, if you don't like it here, then leave. So you agree. You agree. If I'm scared and suppressed, you agree that I should be able to go somewhere else. Interesting. Everything that happened in Minneapolis is absolutely disgusting, and this is something I would love to touch on more. I don't want, again, to say too much because I don't want to dilute the purpose of this video. That was a man with very little self-control. Even if you think he thought his life was in danger, he thought he was about to get ran over, all I want to say is if you had 5 men walking towards you with masks on and guns, you would panic too. I know there's like a lot of thoughts in this video, and I guess my point to making this was just to say, this is to ICE, this is to our current administration. And in case there was ever any question on where I stand, I just want people to know I do not support our current administration. That's all.